Hi students, in this session we discuss about the natural vegetation and wildlife resources in India. Our country, India, is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. With about 47,000 plant species in India occupies 10th place in the world and 4th in Asia in plant diversity. There are about 15,000 flowering plants in India which account for 6% in the world total number of flowering plants. The country has many non-flowering plants such as ferns, algae and fungi. India also has approximately 90,000 species of animals as well as a rich variety of fish in its fresh and marine waters. Natural vegetation refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed by humans for a long time. This is termed as a virgin vegetation. Thus, cultivated crops and fruits, orchards form part of vegetation but not natural vegetation. The term flora is used to denote plants of a particular region or period. Similarly, the species of animals are referred to as fauna. There are several factors affecting the flora and fauna in India. The huge diversity of flora and fauna kingdom is due to the following factors: the relief features like land and soil, climatic factors like temperature, photoperiod and precipitation, and the third factor is ecosystem. Land affects the natural vegetation directly and indirectly. The nature of land influences the type of vegetation. The fertile level is generally devoted to agriculture. The undulating and raw terrains are areas where grasslands and woodlands develop and give shelter to a variety of wildlife. The soils also vary over space. Different types of soils provide basis for different types of vegetation. The sandy soils of the desert support cactus and thorny bushes, while wet marshy deltaic soils support mangroves and deltaic vegetation. The hill slopes with some depth of soil have conical trees. Temperature. The character and extent of vegetation are mainly determined by the temperature along with the humidity in the air, precipitation and soil. On the slopes of the Himalayas and the hills of the peninsula above the height of 915 meters, the fall in the temperature affects the types of vegetation and its growth and changes it from tropical to subtropical temperature and alpine vegetation. Photoperiod or sunlight. The variation in duration of sunlight at different places is due to differences in latitude, altitude, season, and duration of the day. Due to longer duration of sunlight, trees grow faster in summer. Precipitation. In India, almost the entire rainfall is brought in the advancing southeast monsoon and retreating northeast monsoons. Areas of heavy rainfall have more dense vegetation as compared to areas of less rainfall. Ecosystem. All the plants and animals in an area are interdependent and interrelated to each other in their physical environment, thus forming an ecosystem. Forests are very important. Why forests are important for human beings? Why forests are important for human beings? Forests are renewable resources and play a major role in enhancing the quality of environment. They modify local climate, control soil erosion, regulate stream flow, support a variety of industries, provide livelihood for many communities, and offer panoramic or scenic view for recreation. They control wind force and temperature and cause rains. They provide humus to the soil and shelter to the wildlife. This graph shows the forest cover in India in different states. India's natural vegetation has undergone many changes due to several factors, such as the growing demand for cultivated land, the development of industries and mining, urbanization, and overgrazing of pastures. The vegetation cover of India in large parts is no more natural in the real sense, except in some inaccessible regions like the Himalayas, the hilly region of central India, and the Marustari. The vegetation in most of the areas has been modified at some places or replaced or degraded by human occupancy. There are five major types of vegetation identified in our country. That is the tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest and scrubs, mountain forest, and mangrove forest. The major types of vegetation may be identified in India are the tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical thorn forest and scrubs, mountain forest, and mangrove forest. This map shows the natural vegetation or types of vegetation in India. Tropical evergreen forest. These forests are restricted to heavy rainfall areas of the Western Ghats and the island groups of Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar, upper parts of Assam and Tamil Nadu coast. They are at their best in areas having more than 200 cm of rainfall with a short dry season. The trees reach great heights up to 60 meters or even above. Since the region is warm and wet throughout the year, it has a luxuriant vegetation of all kinds trees, shrubs and creepers giving a multi-layered structure. There is no definite time for trees to shed their leaves. As such, these forests appear green all the year round. Some of the commercially important trees of this forest are ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber and cinchona. The common animals found in these forests are elephant, monkey, lemur and deer. 100 rhinoceroses are found in the jungles of Assam and West Bengal. Besides these animals, plenty of birds, bats, sloths, scorpions and snails are also found in these jungles. Tropical deciduous forest. These are the most widespread forests of India. They are also called the monsoon forests and spread over the region receiving rainfall between 200 cm and 70 cm. Trees of this forest type shed their leaves for about 6 to 8 weeks in dry summer. On the basis of the availability of water, these forests are further divided into moist and dry deciduous. The former is found in areas receiving rainfall between 200 and 100 cm. These forests exist therefore mostly in the eastern part of the country, northeastern states along the foothills of the Himalayas, Jharkhand, West Odisha, the Chhattisgarh, and the eastern slopes of the western Ghats. Teak is the most dominant species of this forest. Bamboos, sal, shishia, sandalwood, khair, kushum, arjun, and mulberry are other commercially important species. The dry deciduous forests are found in areas having rainfall between 100 cm and 70 cm. These forests are found in the rainier parts of the peninsular plateau and the plains of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. These are open stretches in which teak, sal, pipal, and neem grow. A large part of this region has been cleared for cultivation and some parts are used for grazing. In these forests, the common animals found are lion, tiger, pig, deer, and elephant. A huge variety of birds, lizards, snakes, and tortoises are also found here. Tropical thorn forests and scrubs. In regions with less than 70 cm of rainfall, the natural vegetation consists of thorny trees and bushes. This type of vegetation is found in the northwestern parts of the country, including semi-arid areas of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana. Acacias, palms, euphorbias, and catki are the main plant species. Trees are scattered and have long roots penetrating deep into the soil in order to get moisture. The stems are succulent to conserve water. Leaves are mostly thick and small to minimize evaporation. These forests have way to thorn forests and scrubs in arid areas. In these forests, the common animals are rats, mice, rabbits, fox, wolf, tiger, lion, wild ass, horses, and camels. Mountain forests. In mountainous areas, the decrease in temperature with the increasing altitude leads to the corresponding change in natural vegetation. As such, there is a succession of natural vegetation belts in the same order as we see from the tropical to tundra region. The wet temperature type of forests are found between a height of 1000 and 2000 meters. Evergreen broad-leaf trees such as oaks and chestnuts predominate. Between 1500 and 3000 meters, temperate forests containing coniferous trees like pine, deodar, silver fir, spruce and cedar are found. These forests cover mostly the southern slopes of the Himalayas, places having high altitude in southern and northeast India. At higher elevations, temperate grasslands are common. At high latitudes, generally more than 3,600 meters above the sea level, temperate forests and grasslands give way to the alpine vegetation. Silver fir, junipers, pines, and birches are the common trees of these forests. However, they get progressively stunted as they approach the snow line. Ultimately, through the shrubs and scrubs, they merge into the alpine grasslands. These are used extensively for grazing by nomadic tribes like Gujars and Barkwarals. At higher latitudes, mosses and lichens form part of tundra vegetation. The common animals found in these forests are Kashmir stag, spotted deer, wild sheep, jackrabbit, Tibetan antelope, yak, snow leopard, squirrels, shaggy horn wild ibex, bear, and rare red panda, sheep and goats with thick hair. Mangrove forests. The mangrove tidal forests are found in the areas of coves influenced by tides. Mud and slit get accumulated on such coves. Dense mangroves are the common varieties with the roots of plants submerged underwater. The deltas of the Ganga, the Mahanadi, the Krishna, the Godavari, and the Kaveri are covered by such vegetation. The Ganga Brahmaputra Delta Sundari trees are found, which provide durable hair timber. Plum, coconut, keora, agar, etc. also grow in some parts of the delta. Royal Bengal tiger is the famous animal in these forests. Turtles, crocodiles, garhils, and snakes are also found in these forests. We have a rich variety of medicinal plants. Next we discuss about the medicinal plants. Medicinal plants. India is known for its herbs and spices from ancient times. Some 2000 plants have been described in Ayurveda and at least 500 are regular in use. The World Conservation Union Red List has named 352 medicinal plants, of which 52 are critically threatened and 49 endangered. The commonly used plants in India are Sarpagandha, Jaman, Arjun, Babul, Neem, Tulasi, and Kachnar. India is also have a rich variety of fauna. Our wildlife resources and its conservation is very important. Wildlife. Like its flora, India is also rich in its fauna. It has approximately 90,000 animal species. The country has about 2,000 species of birds. They constitute 13% of the world's total. There are 2,546 species of fish, which account for nearly 12% of the world's stock. It also shares between 5 and 8% of the world's amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. The elephants are the most majestic animals among the mammals. They are found in the hot wet forests of Assam, Karnataka, and Kerala. One-horned rhinoceroses are the other animals which live in swampy and marshy lands of Assam and West Bengal. Arid areas of the Rann of Kutch and the Thar Desert are the habitat for wild ass and camels respectively. Indian bison, nilgai, chausinga, gazelle, and different species of deer are some other animals found in India. It also has several species of monkeys. India is the only country in the world that has both tigers and lions. The natural habitat of the Indian lion is the Gir forest in Gujarat. Tigers are found in the forests of Madhya Pradesh, the Sundarbans of West Bengal, and the Himalayan region. Leopards too are members of the cat family. They are important among animals of prey. The Himalayas harbor a hardy range of animals which survive in extreme cold. Ladakh's freezing high altitudes are a home to yak, the shaggy horned wild ox weighing around 1 ton, the Tibetan antelope, the barrel wild sheep, and the kiang. Furthermore, the ibex bear, snow leopard, and rare red panda are found in certain pockets. In the rivers, lakes, and coastal areas, turtles, crocodiles, and gazelles are found. The latter is the only representative of a variety of crocodile found in the world today. Bird life in India is colorful. Peacocks, pheasants, ducks, parakeets, cranes, and pigeons are some of the birds inhabiting the forests and wetlands of the country. Every species has a role to play in the ecosystem. Hence, conservation is essential, as has been mentioned earlier. Due to excessive exploitation of plant and animal resources by human beings, the ecosystem has been disturbed. About 1,300 plant species are endangered and 20 species are extinct. Quite a few animal species are also endangered and some have become extinct. The main causes for this major threat to nature are hunting by greedy hunters for commercial purposes, pollution due to chemical and industrial waste, acid deposits, introduction of alien species, and reckless cutting of the forests to bring land under cultivation and habitation are also responsible for the imbalance. To protect the flora and fauna, the government has taken many steps. To protect the flora and fauna of the country, the government has taken many steps. 14 biosphere reserves have been set up in the country to protect flora and fauna. 4 out of these, the Sundarbans in the West Bengal, Nanda Devi in Uttarakhand, the Gulf of Myanmar in Tamil Nadu, and the Nilgiris have been included in the World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Some important among them are Sundarban, Simlipal, Gulf of Myanmar, Dibang Dibang, Nilgiri, Dipuru Saikova, Nanda Devi, Agastya Malay, Nokar, Kainjar Durga, Great Nicobar, Pachmahi, Manas, and Kamar Amarkandak. Financial and technical assistance is provided to many botanical gardens by the government since 1992. Kutch, Coast Desert, Chechalayam, and Panna. Project Tiger, Project Rhino, Project Great Indian Bustard, and many other eco-developmental projects have been introduced. 103 national parks, 535 wildlife sanctuaries, and zoological gardens are set up to take care of natural heritage. This map shows some wildlife reserves in India. From the figure, we can easily understand wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, and national parks.
Next, we discuss about the migratory birds.
Migratory birds. Some of the wetlands of India are popular with migratory birds. During winter, birds such as Siberian crane come in large numbers. One such place favorable with the birds is the Rann of Kutch. At a place where the desert merges with the sea, flamingo with their brilliant pink plumage come in thousands to build nest mounds from the salty mud and raise their young ones. It is one among many extraordinary sights in the country.
Thanks for watching this session.